Hello! Ali here with another cosplay review. This is Aether from Genshin Impact. Another boy, yes. Um, and I got it from She-Cos on Etsy. I've Genshin cosplays are everywhere. I'm kind of like hopping from one place to another, just kind of trying them all out because they're everywhere. I kind of want to know, okay, where do I want to go for specific cosplays? I looked around for a few different Aether cosplays, mostly because, well, unlike Toma, when I did him, there were very few listings, and I didn't care as much for a boy cosplay in terms of like the quality. But a lot of the Aethers I had looked at, I didn't really like how their accessories looked. Like they looked really like uh just not the best. So, but I liked how this one looked on Etsy, which is surprising me. I've never bought a cosplay from Etsy before, so new experience. So, I guess with that, I'll start going into it. So to start things off, here are his pants, which I realized I forgot to say what size I got. Size medium. Helps, it says it on the tag in here. Got size medium, and so just touching these, I don't like the feeling of the fabric of them. It's really thick, which you think would be good, but I don't know, it just feels not great. Maybe it would be better actually on me, but just touching in my hands, I don't like it. I see a couple loose threads, but it's not terrible. I like the glitter. That looks nice. Overall they look fine, so well, you can't really see them. I'm like extra examining. There's like two tiny, very light colored stains on the back of the pants, like very, very, very tiny. But they're still there. And I probably wouldn't notice, except I'm like looking for imperfections. But overall, pants seem fine. So next up, I'm going to work on his cape, which came in 3 separate pieces. The little piece that goes on the neck. I worry about this part only because I don't know how it'll be like actually on me, because it looks like it could be a little small. We'll find out. This part that's not attached already, but it has a safety pin right there. See, like some loose threads here at the bottom, but little jewel looks fine. Can't complain too much there with that. I don't know where this part is, but it looks like this is missing a little point. Because there's one here and there's a hole here, so that's missing something, but meh. Well, this looks nice at least. I hear from a lot of Aether cosplayers that this has a problem of choking them out. We'll see how that goes when I actually put it on, but because there's a Velcro for it. I like the glitter. I think it looks very nice on it. For a second, I thought this was a stain on the back. No, that's just that's just thread from where they sewed this onto the back of it. So, crisis averted, not a stain. just where this was. Looks good, so I'm not seeing too many loose threads. A couple, but not many. Well, that takes everything for the cape at least. So here is his top, which is already unzipped. So I didn't re-zip it. I attempted to, but I was having difficulties, so I gave up. I like the little accessories. This little square is sewn on nice, it looks like. Looks cool. And I'm not seeing too many, just like a couple small ones at the end. Too many loose threads. This also attaches to his crop top. Goes right at the front, but because this is already apart, I figured I'll keep it apart for now and just attach it when I'm trying it on. Took me a minute to realize what this was when I pulled it out, admittedly. This attaches to his arm. I can see the safety pins right here. This kind of reminds me of a like Party City mask in a way, with like the kind of material it's made out of. I don't know if you can get that across. I dropped it. It's fine. Yeah, it'll probably get the job done. I mean, just sits on the arm. It'll be fine. Here are his little wrist guards, which they attach with Velcro. Without Velcro, it just... I had no idea what this was until I Velcroed it. I'm like, oh, those are his armbands. Just looks so different when it was not already put together. Yeah, they look fine. They're like armbands, which means that they're probably going to be a little clunky when you're actually wearing them, like all cosplays that have these. And the rest I'm just going to put like in a little jumble of accessory pile because they're all too small to individually talk about. Here are his belts. And the one that dangles off of it, which it arrived broken. So both of these clips that were attached to this in order to hold it to this, completely broken off. You can see like the hot glue and everything on these, so that's fun. That's a couple pieces that's already arrived broken. Here are his gloves, which maybe it's because I play as Lumine. I forgot that he has gloves until I pulled them out. I'm like, Aether, you have gloves. Forgot about them. Yeah, they're cosplay gloves. There's not too much to say about them. They look good. I always have an issue getting gloves on, so it'll probably be the same. And here's his earring. Let me take that out of there. And yes, they did include a tiny hot glue stick. Here's his little earring with the feather. Looks nice. I'll probably just change this into an actual pierced earring so it fits easier for me. That way it doesn't fall off. But it looks nice. And then this that goes onto the pants, which looks... There was something hot glued here. And it obviously broke off because there's just like remnants of hot glue, but there's nothing there anymore. But there's... It might have been another tiny safety pin because here's one tiny safety pin. But there is a lot of hot glue strands on all over this. Oh man, there is a lot on it. And some loose threads on the black pieces. But that was all of his pieces, so let's see what this looks like when it's actually put together and on a person. So your first immediate thought might be, But what's up with that thing on your arm? Don't worry about it. It's broken. The safety pins are, they're like weird safety pins. They're like sticky to this little mask thing. I mean, because obviously they can't sew it. But it just broke off. I tried to fix it, broke off again. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff on this that's broken still. Like, I can't put on one of the belts that's supposed to hang off of me because it's broken, and so there's nothing to attach it to, so that's not on me. I'm gonna have to fix this somehow because I can see the clasp of the cape, and that broke off, so that's swell. That is swell. There is the safety pin right there. Got that on camera and everything. My review for this keeps getting more and more down the more that breaks. So yep, there's all that hot glue that they put on there. Swell. Alright, we're off to a great start. So let's go from the top up. Because I already talked about some of the things that were broken. I was wearing a binder initially when I put this on, but this is a very, very, very short crop top. I could see like that much of my binder, so I thought, well, I'm gonna have to fix that. So I'm open-chested binding for the first time. So there's that. It does look a lot better though, without the binder and like just fixing stuff, because I already have tape that works great for that. It's not like medical tape or anything. It's like good stuff. And it gets the job done better than the binder. So there's the earring. I'll switch that later like I discussed. I am getting distracted seeing just like the safety pin here. So this thing, I don't know why it wasn't already attached to the shirt. I'm gonna attach it myself, not with safety pins, because I don't like the way it's like curling in on itself. I don't like that at all. So I'll probably attach that. Weirdly enough, the gloves are fine. I was worried about that. I had to be worried about everything else instead. I have nothing to worry about with these gloves. These arm bracers they're fine. They're, you know, just clunky as all arm bracers usually are. So there's nothing to really say about that. That little accessory on the pants I'm just gonna sew to the belt because it looks silly, just like free fall in there in the wind, and I don't trust the safety pins on this costume to save my life. Yeah, so I'm just gonna sew that down onto the belt like it probably should have been. The regular belt, it's fine. It's, you know, a fake belt on cosplays. Fake belts just sit there. These pants are supposed to be, you know, like big parachute pants, which, you know, I was thinking when I looked at them, when I pulled them out of the bag, like, these pants look really, really big, and like not in like a good way. They're just like extra wide legs to try to emphasize the fact that they're supposed to be like parachute pants, but it just doesn't work. It just looks really, really bad. But I try my best with what I have, and I just like tuck them up above my boots, so it'll work. It'll work. Which I do have actual Aether boots, which I did not get from Etsy. I got the boots from Pro Cosplay. Like, this is now my second pair of Genshin. boots, but just shoes in general from Pro Cosplay. And I liked my official boots, and I liked my Aether boots. They're comfortable. They look what they're supposed to be. They feel good. It just... So the boots are nice. um, yeah, the cloak is fine. It's a cloak. It's a it'll weigh on me through the day probably, so I might have to do something with that because, yep, I definitely feel myself getting choked out like all Aether cosplayers warned that you would. I can completely understand that. But overall, that's really all I have to like say of like everything that's already on me. There are a lot of things that I am not fond of on this cosplay. I mean, for the most part, the accessories do look better than some other places that I looked at, but maybe the others would have worked better. They wouldn't have already been broken or break on me while I'm trying to wear it. Like this thing, I can't wear a belt because it's broken. I'm finding so much Haku strands that I'm not sure where they're coming from. It's a lot on this. Which is a little weird to me because when I look at reviews before I buy anything, it's not like, oh, this is a nice looking Aether cosplayer, but there's like a couple people that have bought it, but they haven't left a review, or no one has bought it, so there's no reviews. It had pretty good reviews. People seem to like it. But there's a lot I don't like about this. It is a cosplay. That's for sure. I mean, it looks good on me all put together, sure, but there's a lot wrong with it that I'm gonna have to fix myself, and that already bothers me. Like, it feels like every time I move a little and something breaks. So that's not a pleasant feeling at all. Yeah, I'd say of like a rating, I'd likely have to give this. I see it was higher at the beginning. Like I always do a blah 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 number out of 10, and at the beginning it was high because when I pulled it out of the bag, it looked cool. Knocked it to points for some things already being broken when I pulled it out of the bag, but overall it looked nice. And then I put it on, and then things broke while I was putting it on, and just things keep falling apart. So I'd probably might give this like a 5 out of 10, like, which is a lot lower than I usually rate cosplays, but it's just everything is breaking on me. Frankly, part of me wonders like, do I make it a 4.5? It's just, I feel like I could get something better from Roll Cosplay, which says a lot because my Toma cosplay, I had a lot of not great things to say about it, but it worked out pretty fine because I didn't need it for anything special. But at least the things breaking on Toma made sense. It was a cheaper cosplay. Aether, I paid a little more, and it was from it was from Etsy, which I never buy cosplays on Etsy, but no particular reason. I've just never done it before. But it had good reviews, and I'm not exactly thrilled with this. I mean, I like how I look in it, sure, but which that's nice, but I'm gonna have to do a lot of work on it to fix it. So that automatically docks so many points, just because it's I'm still laughing at the fact that I caught the piece breaking on camera, so that's fun. Everything is just breaking. I'm waiting for something else to move and break. I don't think I talked about this actually, but when I moved, it reminded me the fact that I mentioned the crop top was short. The whole thing is small. The whole entire thing. I feel like if I breathe too deep, it's difficult. It's incredibly tight. It's very small, which is not something I expected considering the pants are baggy. Um, the top is really, really tight. I can't lift my arms over my head. Even before I put like these stuff on my arms, as high as I can get my hands. There's I try to be positive a lot in reviews, but I'm just like saying all this negativity with a smile because I don't know what else to do with it. Thank you for watching this video and watch me slowly lose my mind the more I record. And I have other cosplays for more conventions that I plan to do later in the year on its way / have been ordered. So then I'll have more reviews whenever those come in. So thank you so much for watching my Aether video, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Bye!